Hi, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. And today I've decided that for the month of, I've decided that in 2019 I'm going to start doing monthly favorite videos. There's some of my favorite videos to watch on Booktube, which is funny because they show you what else your favorite booktubers are looking into besides books. And I like that because I like knowing what else my friends are interested in and seeing if there's something that I can pick up from them. So anyway, I have a list of other forms of media that I consumed, as well as some things that are my favorites that I did in January. And so I'm going to get started. I watched a few different movies and some TV shows, and then I'll talk about some of my favorite YouTubers right now. And then I have a couple food things as well that I thought I'd share. And you can let me know if you like this kind of videos. I love them, so I'm going to keep making them anyway, but you can tell me which parts of it are your favorite. First off, I will say about the entertainment this year, it is very Jason Momoa heavy so far, okay? So I went to see Aquaman the last week of December with my dad, and then I have seen this movie 2 more times, and then it led into a lot of other Jason Momoa things. So first off, we'll start with Aquaman, which I give a 5 out of 5 stars because I loved it. It wasn't the most original story you're ever gonna see, but guess what? It's Jason Momoa, and he's shirtless a lot of the times, and he's funny, and it was a great, family friendly for the most part. It was just so lovable and under the sea vibes that were so cool, and I just adored it. And Jason Momoa is such a cool human. I follow his YouTube channel and then his Instagram, and it's called Pride of Gypsies is the name of his Instagram. And he is such a cool dude. And because I watched Aquaman, I was homesick a couple weeks ago, and I ended up going on a Jason Momoa binge. Okay, so the first thing I did is I watched the show Frontier, which is on Netflix. There's 3 seasons, but there's only 18 episodes. So this is set in Canada during when the fur trade was big. So the Hudson Bay Company owned half of Canada, I feel like, at the time, and they were collecting furs to make a lot of money off of. And Jason Momoa plays this half Irish, half Native Canadian who he works for the guy who ran the Hudson Bay Company or over here, and then that guy betrayed him, so he betrayed him, and so now he's started his own trading company, and danger and things continue. And the show is so cool. So it has the girl who played I'll put up a picture, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she's on Downton Abbey, and she plays this girl named Grace Emberley, and I love her. And Jason Momoa is all looking rugged and wearing deerskin and wolf pelts, and it's super cool. So it's really intense, though. I give it a 4 out of 5 because there was parts that were boring when Jason Momoa isn't in it. But it was only 18 episodes, and it had the hugest cliffhanger. I can't handle it. Oh my God. And who knows when there'll be a 4th season. I believe they're going to make a 4th season. Just who knows when they'll get to it because Jason Momoa is busy being Aquaman and stuff. So then after I saw that, I watched this movie he made. It just came out this year, but it was filmed 3 or 4 years ago. And it's called Braven. And this is kind of a mini thriller. Not a mini thriller, it's a full-length movie, but it is really interesting. So Jason Momoa plays this guy named Braven, who his father has Alzheimer's, and he's starting to get dementia. And so he takes his father to their cabin in the woods to kind of talk to him about getting him some assistance, whether that's having a live-in nurse or getting him into a care facility. So really awkward part of life. And his daughter sneaks there with him because she wants to come to the cabin as well. Meanwhile, some drug people have used his cabin to hide some drugs, and they come back to get the drugs, and he's there. So it's one of those kind of thrillers, but I really liked it because, one, it takes place during the day, which I know that's a weird thing, but I don't like watching scary movies that are in the dark. You know what I mean? So it takes place during the day, and it also is played very smart. He's a smart dude trying to save his family. It isn't like, they don't make a lot of mistakes. They're like, figure this out. And I loved it. It was still a 3.5 because it was very cheesy, but it was definitely worth the hour and a half it took to watch it, and seeing Jason Momoa be a dad, and it was just cute. So anyway, love that. Then the last thing I watched with him in it this month was Road to Paloma, which is a movie that he filmed, directed, shot, paid for all by himself. He shot it in a total of like a month's time. His wife is in it, which was really cute because his wife is gorgeous and it's cool. And that is based on the story of these native like rapes that were happening. And it's a really sad story because these women would get, these Indian women would get raped by men from outside the reservation, and so then they couldn't be prosecuted by the reservation, so then it falls under the FBI's jurisdiction, and then the FBI wasn't taking care of it. So Jason Momoa's character, his mother was raped, and so he finds the guy, breaks every bone in his body, and scalps him and kills him. And so then Jason Momoa is on the run. And I heard about this film and I was kind of like, ooh, that sounds kind of intense. But for as graphic as what I just described sounds, that's not what the movie's about. So it's called The Road to Paloma because he wants to get his mother's ashes and take them to her favorite lake and spread them there. Basically before he gets caught, because he knows he's going to get caught. The cops are after him, the FBI's after him, which is really ironic because they wouldn't go after the guy who raped his mom, but they'll go after him. So anyway, it was beautiful and I wasn't expecting that, and I cried a lot, and it was actually just this like buddy road trip is what it ended up being, because he picks up a guy along the way and they ride their bikes and they run into different groups of people, and it was much more like thought-provoking and peaceful than I was like expecting it to be. And yeah, but I had like no expectations for this. I just wanted to watch another Jason Momoa movie, and I did. And so I gave that one a 4.5 out of 5. And I definitely suggest you do that. I rented both of these from Google Play for like $1.99. So you could do that. Next, which this is a little bit of a cheat because I had already seen this twice in December, but I went to see it again in January, and that is Bohemian Rhapsody, which you'll see I've just recently put up my tag video for Bohemian Rhapsody, which was so much fun to make, and I hope you all check out that video because I'm really proud of it. It's an original tag that I came up with and I love it. But I love Freddie Mercury, I love the band Queen, and Bohemian Rhapsody was 5 out of 5 stars for me every time that I've seen it. Go see it. It comes out on February 12th. If it's not still in a theater near you, you will be rocking and rolling and have a great time, and maybe you'll cry a little bit too because reasons. Next, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that this year, or last year in 2018, my friends and I did a watch through of all the Harry Potter movies because a couple of my friends had never seen them. And as a payback or a turnaround for it, we promised my friend that we would do a complete chronological watch through of the Star Wars movies. So we started that on January 1st and we watched The Phantom Menace, and I gave it 3 stars because I fell asleep. Come at me. It was January 1st. We were up late the night before, and I don't really get interested until we get to the original trilogy anyway, but whatever. Come at me. I don't care. Next movie that I watched was Into the Woods. My sister was here and she had never seen that movie. That movie makes me cry way too much, okay? And the stories are so ridiculous. Like, it's such a ridiculous movie. It's so fun, but it's so weird. So I gave that 3.5 stars. It's worth it. It's fun, but whatever. Then we watched The Spy Who Dumped Me. I have it on DVD. I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. That's so funny. Sam Heughan forever. Ooh, I love him. I love that movie because I thought it was going to be like a complete farce when we went to see it, but it actually ended up being more of like a serious spy movie with these ridiculous like people in it. So that stars Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon, and then Sam Heughan is in it as well from Outlander. So because speaking of Outlander, season 4 is almost over. I always give that show a 5 out of 5. Like, it's amazing. Season 4 has been probably my favorite yet, just because there's so many interactions and meetings of characters that I've been waiting for all the other seasons. Like, there's just this build up to so many different people meeting, and I love it. I love it so much. I will never be over Outlander. I'm so glad that it's approved through season 6, so it's like I don't even have to worry about it. It'll be back for 2 more seasons. But there's only 1 more episode left, and I'm gonna cry so much when it's over. So sad, but love that. Definitely check out Outlander if you haven't. You can do like the free trial with stars. Otherwise, it's only like $8.99 a month. And literally you can watch the whole season really fast. So you could like do a month of it and then get rid of it or whatever. Also, I started watching The Men Who Built America Frontiersmen, which this is a series by the History Channel. And I got the DVD set for only a little bit. I haven't finished this yet, but it starts with Daniel Boone, and then it's going through all the frontiersmen who like helped build America. There's also one that's actually the men who built America, and it's like Henry Ford and Rockefeller and like the people who like industrially built it up. But I like the frontiersmen more. Surprise, surprise. Whatever. So I gave this a 4 out of 5. It's really good. It's mostly historians talking, you know, because it's like a documentary, but the actors in it are like legit good. We're like playing Daniel Boone and stuff. I need to find some other documentaries about Daniel Boone because, dude, if anyone had a storybook life or a story tale, not like fairy tale, but like this should be a movie, it's Daniel Boone. And I'm sure there are movies about him. So if you know any good ones, let me know because I want to see them. Okay, that's enough of goofy stuff. So I want to start doing this like booktuber recommendations, and it probably won't only be booktubers. It just happened that I picked 3 booktubers this time, but in the future it'll just be like who my favorite YouTubers are. So first up, I want to give a shout out to my friend Jess over at Books for Life. Here is her channel here. She is so great. She's so supportive of me, and I want to be supportive of her. We read a lot of the same kind of books. She's just started doing more like tags and stuff too. She's really awesome. Her personality is so great. She's always building her library for her kids at school, which I love, because that's how I got into reading, is that I had teachers at school who constantly like showed me the best books that they'd read. And that's why I'm such a big reader now, is because of them. And so I just love that. So I want to shout her out. Next, I got to shout out my girl, Becca, over at Becca's Book Club. I talk about her so much. Again, we like a lot of the same books. She is so much fun, and she reads like as much, if not more than I do, which I like, because I like watching wrap-up videos where people read like 20 books. And Becca literally has to split her wrap-ups into 2 parts because she reads so much. She works at a library, and so she knows like all the things. So check out her channel. She could use the love, and she is awesome. Then I want to shout out a little bit of a bigger booktuber. I just think he's so funny, and I found him a while ago, and then I like stopped watching, but then I got back into it. And I'm like, why haven't I been watching this whole time? And that is Peter over at Peter Loves Books or Likes Books. Sorry, wow, I just forgot his channel name. But he is so fabulous. His puppies are in his videos a lot. I love it. He does this like monthly book club. This year they're gonna do all like I think like nonfiction crime books, which is really interesting because I'm really into that right now. But he reads YA, mysteries, thrillers, lots of that. And he is so sassy and just, he's amazing. So I want to shout him out. So anyway, that is everything that I liked in the month of January in regards to like entertainment and stuff like that. Let me know what you thought of this video. I'm hoping to do more going forward from now. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. I make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can watch some more right now. Bye.